Hair is just hair, or is it? From the shamans of the Amazon to the ascetics of the Himalayas, the act of cutting one's hair has long been regarded as more than a mere cosmetic choice. Could it be that our hair holds energy, memories, emotions, even a link to the unseen? Throughout history, rulers and mystics alike have treated hair as a sacred extension of the self. Samson's legendary strength lay in his uncut hair, severed in betrayal. Buddhist monks shave their heads to break worldly ties. Native warriors believed their braids carried the power of their ancestors. If hair is merely dead keratin, why have so many cultures revered it as something far more? But what happens when we cut it? Does something within us change? Do we sever more than just strands? In this journey, we will explore the esoteric truths hidden beneath this everyday act and uncover what cutting your hair truly does to your energy. In the great civilizations of the past, hair was more than mere adornment. It was an antenna for divine energy, a tether between the physical and the ethereal. From the sacred braids of the Celts to the revered dreadlocks of Hindu sadhus, history whispers the same message. Hair is a reservoir of power. The idea that hair is spiritually significant is not mere superstition. It is woven into the very fabric of human belief systems. In the Vedic scriptures of India, the rishis, sages who attained higher consciousness, are often depicted with unshorn locks, absorbing prana, the life force. The Sikh gurus commanded their followers never to cut their hair, believing it retained spiritual integrity. Even in the Christian Bible, Samson's strength was bound to his uncut hair, and when Delilah sheared it, his power faded. But the reverence for hair does not end with spiritual leaders. Warriors, too, have recognized its potency. The samurai of Japan kept their hair in tight topknots, a symbol of discipline and honor. Native American warriors believed that their hair heightened their senses, so much so that during the Vietnam War, the U.S. military studied indigenous trackers who lost their abilities after having their hair cut. And then, there is the other side of the spectrum, the deliberate cutting of hair as a means of control. Conquering empires have shaved the heads of prisoners and slaves to strip them of identity, of spiritual strength. Monastic traditions demand the removal of hair to sever attachments to the physical world. Even in modern times, cutting one's hair after loss or trauma is a subconscious act of shedding old energy, of breaking ties with the past. If hair is nothing more than dead keratin, why have rulers, sages, and warriors throughout history revered or feared its power? Could it be that every strand carries something intangible, energy, memory, essence? And if so, what happens when it is severed? To understand what cutting your hair does to your energy, we must first understand what hair truly is, not just biologically, but metaphysically. Science tells us that hair is composed of keratin, a seemingly lifeless substance, but ancient wisdom suggests otherwise. Many spiritual traditions describe hair as an extension of the nervous system, a subtle yet powerful receptor of energy. In traditional Chinese medicine, it is linked to Jing, our essence, the very root of vitality. The Kundalini Yogas of India believe hair acts as a conductor, channeling prana, the life force, throughout the body. Even in Western mysticism, there are whispers of hair storing spiritual memory, much like a tree's rings contain its history. If this is true, then every strand of hair is a living archive, absorbing energies from our experiences, thoughts, and emotions. It is why some cultures burn hair after cutting it, fearing that it retains a piece of their soul. And it is why, when a person undergoes a significant transformation, they often feel the urge to shed their hair, as if severing ties with their former self. But there is more. Beyond its ability to store energy, hair is said to function as an antenna, receiving and transmitting frequencies beyond the physical realm. The indigenous shamans of the Amazon claim that uncut hair sharpens intuition, allowing them to sense the unseen. The mystics of Tibet speak of hair as a bridge between the mind and the cosmos. And then, there is the phenomenon reported by certain spiritual practitioners, the sensation of phantom hair, where even after cutting their locks, they can still feel the energetic presence of what was once there. If cutting hair alters this energetic flow, what does it mean for our consciousness? Does it weaken our connection to the unseen? Or does it serve as a reset, an opportunity to realign our spirit? The answer may not be as simple as we think. Cutting your hair is not a trivial act. It is a decision that echoes through the energetic field of your being. Depending on the circumstances, this act can either sever old attachments, releasing stagnant energy, or it can weaken the very life force that sustains you. To understand this, we must examine the dual nature of hair's spiritual significance. In certain traditions, uncut hair is believed to act as an amplifier, enhancing psychic perception and spiritual awareness. This is why the yogis, rishis, and mystics of the past often let their hair grow freely, believing that each strand functions as a sensory extension, absorbing wisdom from the cosmos. But there is another side to this mystery. Just as hair can accumulate wisdom and energy, it can also become burdened, trapping negativity, emotional trauma, and lingering influences from our past. In some esoteric traditions, cutting one's hair is seen as a form of release, a ritual cleansing, allowing the individual to shed energetic weight and begin anew. Perhaps this is why monks shave their heads, to remove all traces of worldly attachment, stripping away the ego's hold on identity. In ancient Egypt, priests and priestesses often kept their heads bare, believing that hair could interfere with divine communion. Even in modern times, people instinctively cut their hair after traumatic events, as if breaking free from the energy of their past selves. And so, we arrive at a paradox. Is hair a source of power, or a chain that binds us to what we wish to leave behind? The answer is deeply personal. For some, long, uncut hair is a symbol of connection to nature, to ancestors, to the unseen forces that shape our destiny. For others, cutting it is an act of liberation, severing ties to past energies and allowing space for new growth. In the end, the true question is not whether cutting your hair affects your energy, but how aware you are of the transformation it invites. Whether you keep your hair long or choose to cut it, the key is intention. What energy do you wish to retain? What are you willing to release? Now that we have unraveled the esoteric mysteries of hair and its connection to energy, the question remains, how can we use this knowledge in our daily lives? Whether you choose to keep your hair long or cut it, the key is in how you approach the act, with awareness, with ritual, with intention. If you feel the weight of the past clinging to you, or if your energy feels stagnant, cutting your hair with intention can be a powerful act of renewal. This is not mere grooming. It is a spiritual shedding. When cutting your hair, do so with a purpose. Speak your intention aloud. Say, with this cut, I release what no longer serves me. Imagine the old energy dissolving as each strand falls away. Dispose of the hair with respect. Do not simply discard it, for it carries remnants of your essence. If you choose to keep your hair long, treat it as the sacred extension of your energy that it is. Hair absorbs vibrations, so be mindful of the environments you expose it to. Wash it with natural elements, herbs, oils, and spring water, to cleanse away negative energy. Braid it with intention, weaving in thoughts of protection or wisdom. Let it flow freely under the sun or the moon to recharge its spiritual essence. Many spiritual traditions believe that hair growth and cutting should align with the moon's phases. Trimming hair during a new moon is thought to encourage fresh beginnings, while cutting it during a full moon amplifies transformation. Avoid cutting hair during a waning moon if you seek growth, as this is a time of release and reduction. In many traditions, hair is not just a part of the body. It is a vessel of energy. Some people keep a small lock of their child's first haircut for protection, while others burn their own hair to release attachments. If you feel drained or burdened, consider a simple ritual. Take a single strand of your hair, hold it between your fingers, and whisper into it all that you wish to let go. Then release it into running water or burn it to symbolically free yourself from the weight you carry. Whether you choose to grow your hair or cut it, do so with awareness. Understand that hair holds energy that can be preserved, released, or transformed. The key is to be intentional in your choices. Your hair is not just strands of protein. It is a record of your journey, a living extension of your soul. Treat it with the reverence it deserves, and it will serve you well. We have journeyed through the hidden truths of hair, its energetic significance, its sacred role in ancient traditions, and the power it holds in shaping our spiritual essence. Hair is more than just a part of the body. It is a living thread that connects us to the unseen forces of the universe. It absorbs, transmits, and holds the echoes of our past. And whether we choose to keep it, cut it, or let it flow with the elements, the choice must always be made with awareness. In the end, it is not about whether one should grow their hair or cut it. It is about understanding the energy behind the act. Hair carries intention, memory, and frequency. If we ignore this, we move blindly through life, unaware of the unseen forces at play. But if we recognize its power, we unlock an ancient wisdom that has been whispered through the ages. Now, I leave you with a question. When was the last time you truly thought about what your hair holds? What energies have you unknowingly carried? Have you ever felt the urge to change, to shed, to renew? Perhaps your hair has been speaking to you all along, waiting for you to listen. If this wisdom resonated with you, share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever experienced a shift in energy after cutting or growing your hair? Let's uncover the mysteries together.